In the time it takes to get through this explainer, hundreds of businesses are going to face some kind of cyber attack. So today, we're going to skip all the technical jargon and the fear-mongering. We're getting right to clear, practical advice on how you, a busy professional, can defend your digital office, starting right now.
Remember when workplace security just meant a good lock on the door and a heavy filing cabinet? Well, that world is long gone. The game has totally changed. Our offices aren't just four walls anymore. They're vast digital networks. And that means the threats have evolved right along with them. We've gone from worrying about a physical break-in to fighting off invisible intruders, and from protecting paper files to facing the modern nightmare of having our most critical data held hostage.
This new reality, we're calling it the digital battlefield. And make no mistake, this isn't some abstract concept that only matters to huge corporations. No, this is the everyday environment for pretty much anyone who uses a computer for their job.
So let's talk about a really important idea called the attack surface. Think of it this way. Every single digital tool you use, your email, your cloud storage, online banking, every one of them is like a potential door or window for an attacker. The very things that make our work so efficient are also our biggest vulnerabilities. And that's exactly why being aware is the first crucial step.
A cyber attack isn't just random chaos. It's a planned mission, kind of like a heist movie. It usually happens in 4 key phases. It all starts with them casing the joint. That's the reconnaissance phase where they study you. Then comes the break-in, which is often just a cleverly disguised email that gets you to click. Once they're in, they start moving through the halls, looking around your network for the valuable stuff. And finally, they pull off the heist, whatever their goal is, whether it's stealing data, locking up your files for ransom, or just causing a massive headache.
So when you're up against threats like that, how in the world do you fight back? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. It's not about becoming a tech whiz. It's about activating your most powerful security asset, the human firewall. And that's you. You are the first and honestly the most effective line of defense there is.
See, attackers know a little secret. The easiest way past all the fancy, expensive security software is to just trick a real person into opening the door for them. That's the whole idea behind social engineering. It's not about hacking computers, it's about hacking people. They prey on our basic human nature, our trust, our curiosity, our desire to be helpful. The key is to learn their playbook so you can see the con coming.
And their #1 favorite tool? Creating a fake sense of urgency. They want you to panic. You know the emails I'm talking about, the ones screaming, "Your account is locked, act now," or "This invoice is past due, pay immediately." The whole point is to get you to react emotionally instead of thinking logically. So here's a simple rule. If a message makes your heart start pounding, that's your signal to stop, take a deep breath, and look a whole lot closer.
Here's another giveaway that's surprisingly simple: sloppy mistakes. Think about it. Legit companies really care about their image. Their emails are polished. Your bank is not going to send you an official notice that's full of spelling errors and clunky grammar. Those kinds of mistakes are a massive red flag. They basically scream that you're dealing with a scammer who's just hoping you're too busy to notice.
And you have got to be suspicious of links and senders always. Before you click anything, just do this one simple thing. Hover your mouse over the link. Don't click it, just hover. In the bottom corner of your screen, it'll show you the link's true destination. Is that where you thought it was going? Same thing goes for the sender's email address. The display name might say, "Your boss," but the actual email address could be a random mess of letters and numbers. That tiny detail is often where the whole scam is revealed.
Really? This all comes down to one powerful idea. A healthy dose of skepticism is your best friend. That gut feeling you get, it's an incredible security tool. If something feels off, if an offer seems way too good to be true, it almost certainly is. So, the golden rule here is to verify, but never reply. Don't engage with the weird email. Instead, open a new window, go directly to the company's real website, or call a phone number that you already know is theirs.
Okay, so we've worked on strengthening our human firewall. Now it's time to reinforce the actual walls. Let's talk about fortifying your fortress. This is where we get into the essential tools of the trade and the ultimate safety net, a really solid recovery plan.
Let's think about your digital defense like it's a medieval fortress. It's got 3 main parts. First, you have your antivirus software. These are like the guards patrolling inside the castle walls, hunting for any trouble that's already slipped through. Then, you've got the firewall. This is your main gate and the big stone walls, acting like a bouncer to block unauthorized stuff from getting in. And finally, and this one is so critical, you have software updates.
This is your maintenance crew, constantly running around patching up cracks and holes in the walls before an attacker can find them. You absolutely need all three of these working together.
But here's the honest truth. Even with the best defenses, sometimes things can still go wrong. A determined attacker might find a way through. And that's why this next number is arguably the most important piece of information you'll hear. When it comes to surviving a disaster like ransomware, 321 isn't just a good idea, it's everything.
So what on earth is the 3-2-1 rule? It's simple, really. First, you need to keep at least 3 copies of all your important data. That's the original file plus 2 backups. Second, store those copies on 2 different types of media. So for example, have one on an external hard drive and the other in the cloud. And finally, the most important part, keep one of those copies completely off-site, meaning physically separate from your office. That off-site copy is your absolute lifeline. It's what guarantees you can bounce back from a fire, a flood, or a ransomware attack that encrypts your entire network. Okay, let's bring all of this home. It's time to build your proactive defense. Because here's the thing, cybersecurity isn't a product you can just buy off a shelf. It's not a one-time thing, it's an ongoing mindset, a set of habits that you build to protect yourself every single day.
So here's your action plan, boiled down to 3 essential habits. Number 1, be the human firewall. Question requests that seem strange and always verify things on your own. Number 2, fortify with the essentials. That means keep your antivirus running, your firewall on, and all your software updated. No excuses. And number 3, prepare for the worst. Master that 3-2-1 backup rule. And hey, don't just set it up. Test your restores every now and then to make sure they actually work. An untested backup isn't a backup, it's just a prayer.
So, we'll leave you with this final question to think about. Unlike a physical office that you can lock up at night, your digital office is open for business 24/7. It's always accessible from anywhere in the world, which means it's always vulnerable. So the question is, are your defenses working around the clock too?